The writer of this story is Sonia Sani. In the last part, you saw that Anant, Sambhav, Riddhi and Priya are four friends who were doing research on paranormal activities. With their knowledge, they save people from rumors like ghosts and spirits and also work to free the souls trapped for years. All four of them wanted to do their research on some powerful negative energy, so they reached Chandapur Haveli mentioned in the story, so that they too can get a chance to know about some powerful energy. Meanwhile, they see a secret door. Now, wow, this is a secret door. Let's go inside and see. Although, there were clouds of doubts in their minds. Still, work is work. So, keeping aside the doubts in their minds, all four started entering the rooms one after the other. It was dark inside. Sambhav lit the room with the torch he had brought with him, and the rest of the people also got relief. This room was small and simple as compared to the rooms outside. There was no arrangement of light in this secret room either. Moving forward with the help of the light of the torch, they realized that there were all kinds of books spread around them. So is this the Maharaja's secret library? Anand said, it seems so. If this is the library, then there is nothing to be happy about because the condition here is such that finding any book is like finding a needle in a haystack. Priya replied, looking around. Hearing Priya's words, a deep layer of sadness spread on everyone's face. So was it a waste coming this far, said Sambhav. Hey friend, why are you giving up so soon? Let's start from the rack in front. If we all try together, we will get something. Anand said with courage, okay. All four nodded in agreement, looking at each other, and started looking at the remaining books one by one. Most of the books were in a half-burnt state, and some were scattered on the ground. Looking at the books related to medical astrology and Tantra Mantra, it was known that the king must have had a deep interest in these subjects, or he must have been very superstitious. After turning each page for a long time, Riddhi found a book. At first glance, it seemed to be a book related to Tantra Mantra. After searching the other books for hours, Riddhi returned from there with the book she had found. The next day, all four of them were sitting at Priya's house and trying to read that half-burnt book. The language of the book was Urdu. And among the four, only Riddhi had a good knowledge of Urdu. Riddhi started reading the book Varjabish. Riddhi found the title written on one page very strange. This book has a warning written on it, which means that it is forbidden. If it is forbidden, then why was it written? You should not move ahead. Riddhi hesitatingly moved ahead. A few lines were written ahead,
Please like and subscribe,
which meant that there are different types of powers present in the world, which should never be invoked because most of them are demonic and their existence means destruction. Ahead, some special mantras are written which are considered forbidden to speak. Warnings are written in front of mantras written at various places in the book. It means that in this book there is mention of some such power which is very powerful. Suddenly Riddhi's eyes shone that we searched so much and finally found it. Don't be mad. We don't have the strength to handle every power. In this multimeter, for the invocation of mantras, the author himself has given warnings. You want to say those mantras today after 250 years. Why repeat the work that was forbidden 250 years ago in today's era? Sambhav said. I am out of all this. You people think about yourselves. Sambhav came out of the room. Now the expressions on Priya's face were also changing. Sambhav is saying the right thing. Maybe we should not get entangled in all this. Priya also gave her opinion. Okay, let's not do all this. You people tell me, how did you like Chandapur? Riddhi closed the book and changed the topic and said, Sure, yes Baba, sure, Riddhi replied. After Riddhi's assurance, everyone breathed a sigh of relief. Slowly the topic of discussion changed, and after some laughter and jokes, everyone returned to their homes. At midnight, Riddhi again thought of that book. Anyway, it is said that curiosity is the mother of destruction and invention. Curiosity had arisen in Riddhi's mind without its solution. She was not going to get peace. She got up from the bed and opened the same page again. To calm her curiosity, Riddhi started chanting those mantras again and again. Riddhi got disappointed when she did not feel any movement even after chanting the mantras for a long time. These days they were scared without any reason. They are doing research but are number one cowards. Ruby kept the book aside and went to sleep. The next day, hey friend, you people were getting scared for no reason. At midnight, I chanted the mantra but nothing happened. I think that book of Jean is a fictional story, which someone must have written for fame after seeing that mansion. Ruby was telling everyone the stories of her bravery while drinking the next day. Suddenly the expressions of Ruby's face started changing and her face became red with anger. What is this nonsense, Anand? How dare you make such a lewd gesture to me? Ruby was getting very angry. Have you gone mad? Am I sitting in front of everyone? When did I gesture to you? Really, Anand did not do anything. You must have misunderstood. Hey, what happened to you? Everyone was trying to make Ruby understand. But Ruby was losing her senses. Look, how she is laughing. I will not leave her, this coward. Hey, when did he laugh? Have you gone mad? What are you looking at? Hey, he has really not done anything. Oh, it is so late. I should not have come out with you people so late at night. It is my mistake. Saying this, Ruby ran towards her scooty. Priya, Sambhav and Anant were also staring at Ruby going. It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What is she saying? Sometimes she says that Sambhav made lewd gestures to her and sometimes she says that it is late. It seems that thinking is affecting her mind. I will stay with Ruby today, explained Anant and Sambhav. Priya went towards Ruby and sat on the back seat of her scooty. Ruby and Priya reached Ruby's room. Ruby looked completely normal after reaching home. She herself cooked and fed Priya. They both talked till late night and then Priya fell asleep. Late at night Priya realized that she was lying alone on the bed. When she turned around, Ruby was nowhere to be seen. When she tried to get down from the bed, she realized that she was not in the room but in some jungle-like place. Priya could not believe her eyes. She did not realize how and when she reached the jungle from the room. Somehow gathering courage, she went far away and saw some tribal-like people. Those people were doing some strange dance. Priya started sweating out of fear. As soon as she reached near those tribals, she did not see any person there. Some scary statues were seen kept there. All the statues had wide open eyes, as if any of those statues will come out any moment. Priya's head started spinning. Sometimes the room, sometimes the jungle, sometimes the tribals, sometimes the statues. What was happening? Along with that, everything around her started spinning. Suddenly she heard a voice in her ears. I want a sacrifice. Priya looked around in panic but couldn't see anyone. Her mouth was drying up due to thirst. She sat down with her head down. Suddenly Ruby turned around from her. Vridi's long hair was hanging in the air. Her eyes were hanging out, and there was blood on her face. Seeing Ruby like this, she screamed. She sat up with a jerk. She realized that she was not in the jungle but in Ruby's room, and maybe she was seeing a dream. But in reality she was drenched in sweat and mud, and leaves were stuck to her. Priya was still shivering due to fear. She was constantly looking around in panic. She looked carefully and found a face-like figure on the roof of the house. It seemed as if someone was looking at her from inside the roof. The one who had rid so many houses of ghostly power and had seen many scary incidents was also scared. She was feeling that whatever her mind was seeing was all an illusion, a deception, but what kind of illusion was this in which she was getting entangled? Scared by the figure emerging on the roof, she got down from the bed, and as soon as she opened the door of the room, she found herself again in the same deserted forest. Priya was running here and there like a mad woman, but it seemed that there was no end to that forest. She was tired of running. As soon as she sat down after getting tired, she closed her eyes. In the very next moment she found herself back in the room. This sequence was going on again and again. When she tried to get out, she found herself in the forest, and when she sat down after getting tired, she reached back in the room. Suddenly, a scary voice was heard again. If you want to get out of here, you will have to sacrifice yourself. Whose sacrifice? What kind of sacrifice? Who is this here? What do you want from me? Let me go. Please let me go. She was about to lose consciousness while screaming when Ruby came inside the room. Her hair scattered and her lips were scattered red. It seemed as if there was blood on her lips. Her eyes, which were always adorned with kajal, were looking red like a predatory animal. Picking up Priya with one hand and throwing her on the ground, she said, "If you want to save your life, then sacrifice her thee. Otherwise she will die, and you will also not be saved. See who you are. Why is your soul wandering? If you have any unfulfilled desire, then tell me. I will help you. Consider me your friend. I am not your enemy." Priya made an effort to control herself. "You think I am a soul, you will help me. I neither had a body nor a soul, and when there is no body, then how will the desires be? An unsatisfied soul. You will satisfy me. How? I am not of these people that I can get satisfaction from the things here. I do not have a body, shape, color, or form." Priya was scared. Tears had dried up from flowing from her eyes. She was shivering just thinking about how to sacrifice her own friend. Suddenly she found herself back in that deserted forest and saw Riddhi coming towards her. Riya got scared, and to save herself she pushed Riddhi. Suddenly Riddhi's scream was heard. She had fallen down and Riddhi's neck was on one side. Blood was oozing out from Riddhi's neck. Seeing Riddhi in such a condition, Priya lost her senses. Priya has really killed her own friend Riddhi. What kind of a situation is this in which Priya is trapped? Will everything become normal, or will this maze deepen even more? To know, definitely watch the next part of the story. If you like this story, then subscribe to our YouTube channel, and yes friends, don't forget to subscribe.